In the past, I focused on smaller tents for bug out bags. One person, two person kind of tents, very, very light, very agile, very easy to move. You can pack them. Today, we're going to take a look at what do you do when you have a little bit more than one person to bug out with. So we're going to look at the Ozark Trail 7-person teepee tent. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I haven't used this in quite a while. We did use it once. We used it up on the mountain. It was actually a good test for it because it was very, very hot during the day and very, very cold at night. It performed great. There was a little bit of light rain overnight. Nothing leaked. Pretty good tent. So I'm kind of familiar with it, although I haven't set it up in a very long time. I kind of wiped it off, put it away neatly, never messed with it again, and thought, you know what? I've showcased a lot of the smaller tents. But what if you're a family of 4 or 5 people and you got to put up a tent if you're bugging out somewhere? You don't have anything. Well, you're obviously not going to backpack carry this thing. It's big. It's about 8 pounds. It's not light. But if you're bugging out in a vehicle, it's definitely an option. And if you just like going out in the outdoors with a family, it's an option. Very simple to set up. There's no middle pole. That's another reason why I picked this. There are 2 poles to this. No center pole obstruction. Just 2 poles that go down either side of the teepee, and it's beyond easy to set up. You just snap the poles together. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to show you the inside. I'm going to show you the stakes and all that. And we're going to take it outside and set it up eventually. I was kind of hoping it would rain because I wanted to show you it in the rain. But it looks like it's gotten all sunny now on me, so much for that idea. It has very nice ventilation. The sides here open up nicely. You got ventilation from the top too. It's definitely a car camping tent. But for the money, and these run about, now they're about $56. I remember paying 40 something for it when I bought it. For the money, it's a pretty darn good deal. All the seams are sealed from inside and outside on this too, which really impressed me. So let's get it out of the bag. I'm going to show you what it looks like out of the bag, show you the poles and how they set up. And we'll head outside and get her set up. All right, so this is it out of its bag. As you can tell, it's big. I mean, it's not heavy. 8 pounds, 7 pounds, not super heavy. 99% of that weight is the poles, and they're sturdy poles too. So let's open it up, take a look here. Pop these guys open. I remember cleaning this up and putting it away. All right, so your first thing here is your poles, and that's what I said is heavy. This is a little, they call it a media holder or something. You can put a tablet in it and watch from this side where it's clear. Hangs inside the tent, but we'll get to that when we set it up. Let's take a look at the poles first. Push this guy out of the way. These are your poles. Tied up there. Another thing about this tent, and maybe I'm just old-fashioned, I don't know. I like the fact that the bottom is made of this plasticky material. It's almost like a tarp. I still am going to use a ground sheet on this because I don't want it to get filthy. I hate putting away things all dirty. It's just not how I am. But it keeps it dry, and I like that. Because sometimes you're setting up on an area. When I used this for a field day, we set up in an area that had just been watered. It was like a football field or something at some local school. So I didn't have to worry about water seeping through because I didn't have a ground cloth at the time. Then again, I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing back then. I was more interested in the radio than the tent. So anyway, let's dig out the poles. As you can tell, these are very sturdy poles. These are shock corded with what looks like braided steel of some kind. Let me show you the thing there. And of course, they go together just like any other tent pole. Nothing weird about them. Now I'm going to move this. I'm going to put it up against my garage door so you can kind of see what this looks like assembled. And of course, we're going to have to take it down once we get it outside. But there is a neat feature I want to show you here before we get going. You'll notice there's 2 little holes down here. You're going to set this up in a Y shape. Actually a pyramid shape, and I'm looking at the Y shape on top. That's why I said that. You're going to set this up, and then you're going to put it in the tent. When you get it in the tent in the right position, you're going to move this bottom out until it clicks into place. So you'll have that extra room. Now if you want it a little bit tighter, you can go down 1 more. There's 2 holes there. So you have the option to how you want to set it up. But that's what this is for. So do not extend this before you put it inside the tent. Let's push that down. Now let me assemble these. They're going to go together just like normal. You're going to have this little Y on top here. That's going to go up against the top of your tent. This is going to go where the other pole is. So you're going to have a big pyramid-shaped looking thing here. Let me assemble it, put it up against the door there, give you a picture from a little bit back, and you can see what it looks like. So this was actually taller than my garage. I had to bring it outside here. But you can see the pyramid shape of it, you know, going up that way and down. So that's what it looks like when it's correctly assembled. I haven't extended the sides yet. We're going to extend those when we get it inside the tent. But I'm going to lay out the tent, show you what it looks like staked out first, because that's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to lay it out, stake out all the corners, and then I'll bring you back when that's all done. All right, I'm a little distance back from it because it's very, very windy. Putting that down in the wind was fun. But actually, it's a good test that it's really, really windy, because in the summertime, we do have very windy days. So you can see how big it is. It's pretty staked out, and I'm under our awning here in the front of the house, so we don't have the wind noise as bad. But we're going to put the main support in there, that big tripod or duopod shaped thing, the two poles, and I'm going to set it up. I'll bring you back once that's done, and then I'm going to stake it out, and I'm going to take you on a tour inside and outside of it. We'll see how we like it. All right, so it's set up. Took me about 10 minutes. Took me a while to remember how to do the poles inside, and please excuse the wind noise. It's just a constant out here. Every time I turned on the camera, the wind kicked up. So we're going to take you around, take a look at this whole thing from the back here. All right. Trying to cover the microphone here so you don't get too much wind. I hope you get my voice. There you go. And I remembered I put these little markers on the guy line here so I wouldn't trip over it. And here's this side. Now let's go inside where it won't be as noisy and windy. All right, I'm at the entrance here. I'm walking inside. I didn't seem to get the bottom flat. I got a couple of wrinkles in it, but that's probably just from the wind kicking it up while I was trying to pitch it. But I have to say, for the wind blowing out here, we got a steady, I would say, 20-mile-an-hour wind. See over there, I didn't pull it far enough out. But I mean, I'm just doing this for demo, so it's not really a big deal. Now the windows here, they do roll down from the inside, and I was a little concerned about that. Let me roll that back up because of the wind. But I did notice that it immediately drains because of the stuff down here. It drains right out, and it drains out the bottom there. So didn't have any leakage when it rained on me that day. And you got your little storage sacks down here. And this thing's tall. Let me see if you can see the top. There's where the top of that upside down Y goes. And the poles go down the sides like that. They're cinched in here with a little bit of Velcro. So all in all, this is a really comfortable tent. I'm going to try and back out and let you see the size of this thing. I mean, I'm standing up straight and I'm 6'1", and I've got a long way to go, you know, before it hits my head. That's the camera about a foot over my head. So when they say this thing is about 7 feet, they're not kidding. Let me back out, come outside and show you, just for an idea of how big this thing is. Got all that entrance, doors, nice big door. There isn't a screen, unfortunately. That's kind of a bummer, but you'll get more than enough airflow if you just open the windows. But there isn't a screen on the front door. Kind of wish there was, but no big deal. They also have a power port here. Now, I'm not planning on bringing generators and stuff with me, but the cool part about this is you can stick your solar panel outside, charge your batteries inside in the shade where it's not going to get hot, or your backup stuff. So that's very cool too. So, you know, I found this the other day in the back of my closet, and I was like, I should do a review on that because I haven't used it in a while. I could use the practice setting it up because it's, you know, it's a new tent. It's still not new, but it's new to me. I haven't used it too much. And the more practice you get, the better. And I figured you guys would be interested in seeing something a little bit bigger. I mean, you can't, the camera doesn't do it justice just how far back that is. I mean, you know, it's 11 feet by 8 feet all the way around. So, definitely liking it. Definitely check it out. I'm going to get inside. We'll finish up the video and get inside of this tent here. We'll finish up the video. I'll give you my final thoughts on it and let you know where you can pick it up. There's 2 places as of now. It's in Walmart and Amazon, but let me get inside first. So the only bummer about doing YouTube tent reviews is that you don't get to sit and camp out and enjoy it after. You got to tear it down and put it away. So I figured I'd come inside to finish up the video and just enjoy it a little bit. It's definitely breezy in here. I don't even have the side windows unzipped, mainly because of the wind again. I don't want to blow the tent away, but or have you bothered by wind noise all through the video. But it's definitely comfortable in here. I do see that when I pitch it next time, I didn't have a problem with this when I did this before up on the mountain because I was on a really flat area and it wasn't very windy. But I do see, if I can move the camera over a little, that little bump there is bothering me. I wish I'd pulled it a little bit further out and straight, but as again, it's just for demo, and this isn't a flat area out here in my my front yard, but it's definitely comfy. I mean, geez, I'm in a corner. I'm all the way back in the corner here, and again, you don't realize how big this thing is till you sit in it. Anyway, that's the review for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely would give this tent thumbs up. It's again, it's seam sealed. I don't know if you can see it. There's tape on the inside of every seam, both on the outside and inside. It's well put together for a for an inexpensive tent. You know, now this tent runs about $57. You can pick it up on Walmart or Amazon. I'll put the Amazon link down below, but I think the Amazon's a little more expensive. And like I say, I'd rather you buy it where it's cheaper than buy it from my Amazon store, because we're all in this together trying to survive. So I'd much rather you save a few pennies and not contribute to the store if you can find it cheaper. But I'm gonna give you a look up here really quick, just to see how high that is. And again, I don't have this super tight. It's not super perfect. If I was really camping for a few days, I would have done a much better job on it. But as you can tell, it's huge in here, and this is really comfortable. What I like about this is that it gives me the ability to, if I'm doing ham radio stuff, I could set up a table over there. I could set up my radios on the other side, you know. So it's definitely cool. I really, really like it. And I forgot how much I liked it because I've only used it twice. So I'm going to tear it down and end the video pretty much. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Thank you for watching. I will put a link down below where you can buy this on Amazon. But like I said, it's probably cheaper from Walmart. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out our store down below. I try to put everything I review in the store, and that's one of the reasons I'm putting this in here, just for a record of what I've reviewed. But if you don't see anything in the store you like, just click the link, shop as you normally would, and don't forget to check out our freeze-dried Thrive Life stuff. Now is a good time to start putting away some food with all the stuff going on with the floods and the cattle dying off because of the flooding and in the Midwest. It's definitely a good time to get stocked up on food. So check them out if you're interested in getting started on some freeze-dried food. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.